Good, super. Thank you. Very good afternoon. I'm Srivatsan. You can call me Sri. I head the product engineering group of SAP Concur out of Bangalore. I'm sure I'm audible, right, with my voice. You don't need a mic. Good. So my intent here is primarily to give you a quick brief about what's coming our way from a product vision perspective. Yeah. So whatever I paint here is what you want. It's not about just what we get in the next 2 quarters alone, but what's our vision for the future and where are we really investing on, right? That's super important because as product engineering, we do have a 3 to 5 year vision of how this product evolves. And we also want to learn from you, right? I mean, it's not just about what we dishing out to say that this is what is coming versus you letting us know your feedback, your thoughts, the way how your business is evolving. A lot of disruptors in place. We also want to learn from you how we could make our product better. Good. Quickly running through, of course, we turned 30 years from a product perspective this year. So Concur turns 30 years, no brainer. It's not something that's, it's a new kid on the block. And if you look at our journey, we've been starting off with automation as a starting point. We started getting primarily into controls and compliance, and then we started saying that the last few years have been on intelligent automation, and the future is also trying to see how do we use the LLM models, the future of GPT models for supportability, right? And that's the way the vision is going. And we would already hear in the next 6 months about innovations that's going to come into the Concur product based on LLM models. A sneak peek I can tell you is, if an end user is blocked on some kind of an errorless processing in your system, the LLM models will really help you figure out where the error is and what the error is and how can you rectify it. And that's something that we are trying to invest in the immediate future as well. And all these are made possible because we do have a rock solid investment in the AI ML foundation that we do. And we believe that AI ML is not differentiated, it needs to be infused in your business process, and supportability is a big thing that we will continue to invest in using the best technological innovation. And that's an example of where we go with respect to intelligent enterprise. It's not just about data driven, it's not just about, I'm sure gentlemen here was talking about carbon footprint and other things. We even gamify that experience as we move forward, right? So what I mean by that is, can end users figure out how many trees you have saved? And can I share the information with another person to say that I have saved like maybe 50,000 trees this year? That's the gamification level that we're going, right? You would have badges created for that and move forward. And that's the level of gamification you would want to do with sustainability. It's not just a cost. Good. Quickly running through with our vision. Of course, our vision remains that we want to ensure that you have minimal touch point with our system. We want to ensure that you as users, you are best doing your business, and we know best how do we take care of the spend management part, and that's the way we want to get, right? And that's exactly the way how the product capabilities that we have stacked upon in the next couple of years will also squat. Yeah. You would already know the framework that we operate in, and primarily on the pre-spend part, we're starting to ensure that when you start your pre-spend, you have insights into what needs to be done from a pre-spend perspective. And we do infuse AI and ML to give you these functions. A classic example is if you want to book a hotel in a city, and you know that it's going to cost 10,000 rupees. Can I give you a threshold, automatically a proposal threshold, to say that, yes, this hotel booking over here in this city during this season generally goes for 8,000, 7,000, 9,000 rupees. Yeah, that's a guidance that comes in even before you book your hotel, for example, right? Cars, rental, sustainability, right? I mean, it's not just about fuel cells. The classic example is, it's not just about moving and giving you the capability to book hybrid cars. But do you know, but these charging points for these cars that comes from are also green in nature. That's a super important thing. What happens when you go to a charging station and that charging station uses a coal-based capability to recharge your batteries? You're not sustainable, right? You also need to know the source of charging, and we do go that deep level from a business network perspective to figure out, are your charging points really green? It's all about green hydrogen and all green fuel cells as well. Sustainability is not about giving you a choice to say that I'll give you a hybrid car, but are you charging your hybrid car in the right space? And that's the level of detail that we go in with respect to insights into your sustainability, right? And yes, guidance on the oversight, it's not just about policies, it's also about ensuring that these policies work for you and not work against an employee, right, who's using that. And that's the level of detailing that we ensure, and we also love to learn from you to say that is it too tough or is it too easy, are too many workflow steps involved, can we simplify it and move on, right? And that's also something that we do in consultation with employees, with our customers as well. And finally, settlement perspective. And this is where the touchless experience comes in. We have invested quite a lot in our AI modules and engages in R&D work that's going on to say that when a receipt comes in, can it be better itemized? Yeah, we do know that the current level of versions of itemization is something that is not the best that we would give, but we would love to invest in it, and we're already investing in it from the R&D perspective, research labs perspective, to make it the best of the law, right? We are also giving, machine learning, traditional technology-wise machine learning models. If you have to retrain something for your custom fields, the earlier days of doing retraining model is you retrain it with your data, take it out of the system, retrain it in your training system, and then put it down. Now the technology has evolved so much that you can retrain on the fly, right? What I mean by that is, for example, you have a PDF invoice coming, and in that PDF invoice, you have a custom field that you have introduced, a vendor categorization or a vendor code that's coming, and unfortunately, your model that you're using it has not detected. Classic example. What would happen in the earlier days? You might have to tell the system, the administrator has to come in, retrain it, and we from the system will ask you for custom data to retrain it and move forward. The new way of doing it is you can annotate on the PDF field, PDF text itself, and say that this field that I'm annotating on my PDF corresponds to a semantic custom field in my system. And that semantic custom field is your extension field. And by connecting that, our ML models can retrain our modules on the fly, so that the next receipt that comes in automatically detects it and categorizes it. And that's what I call as runtime retraining of models. And that's where we are going towards, and there are a lot of modules that we have started investing in to move towards that. I'm sure you're going to hear quite a lot in the coming days as well. And of course, better investment into automation as well. And that's the settlement, that part that I'm talking about, infusing AI to make it better. Loads of big improvements that we need to do. We hear you, we hear your feedback big time, and we are continuing to invest in that space as well. Good. So what are the key investments for the next 3 years? We primarily invest in 3 spaces. Employee experience is one space where we will invest in, continue to invest in big time in our ways as well. We believe that whatever we do, the employees need to do their business the right way, and we enable them to do the business the right way. Of course, we will be mobile driven. Of course, we want to ensure that the user experience is the right way, or minimalistic in nature. And that's something that we will continue to invest in here. Of course, it also ensure that we are intuitive, consumer-grade experience with mobile as a starting point. And of course, data points to make employee experience more personal, right? We are investing in the travel space, that's the journey that we're doing. And in the travel world, we are also trying to see that if the reservations that we do can also be what we call as leading to interdependent decision making, right? It's not just about one employee going, right? I mean, you don't want to share an itinerary after it's booked. While it's doing, you might want to create a version and say that, do you want to look at this itinerary version? And that interdependent decision making, social decision making is what we're going towards, and eventually we look at travel becoming a supply chain on its own. And the travel industry itself will evolve towards a business of supply chain moving forward. And that's exactly where we are investing in our travel space. Bear with us, we hear you, we do know that the problems that we are facing. From the R&D, yes, from a head of R&D, I make the commitment, yes, we are investing in it, and we will make it better in the coming quarters as well. Good. Another area is compliance. This is a big space for us. I mean, of course, it's not just about trying to ensure that your company audit tools are set the right way, but are you compliant from the local regulatory framework? Right? Are the right level of detailing provided to the employees to ensure that you work in the right legal way in the countries you operate? There are countries that are mandating e-invoicing. Of course, India, this is a space where we are looking at e-invoicing functionality, but in cases of PayPal and other things, we've already ensured that if you have a PayPal endpoint, all these capabilities with respect to e-invoicing automatically flow into the system. Colleague over here, Srivatsan, from the Concur localization team, has been a partner with us to ensure that how do we take care of compliance in multiple country rollouts. And finally, we will also look at big time integrations. Right? It's a big thing. We will continue to invest more into public APIs, right? Ability to ensure that more vendors are brought in from an integration perspective. Yes, I do know that this is something which is a slightly a pain for many of our customers. We are investing in that. Yeah, that's the messaging from our side. Of course, we are also reimagining the payment solutions as well, right? Many of the times, virtual cards is a given thing, right? Nowadays, nobody wants to do funding accounts, nobody wants to do AC test, nobody wants to do wire transfers. Everybody wants to say that I have a card, from this account, can I create virtual card, purpose-driven spend cards, right? So that I have a better control over what can be spent. We have already launched the capability of virtual cards for invoice payments, and we will extend that to expenses as well. What I mean by that is, for example, if you raise a Concur request will automatically create not just an advance for you, but a virtual card will be provisioned for you on the fly, so that for that particular request that you have raised, virtual card can be used, and the transactions flow in automatically. And that's the level of payment solutions that we start investing in the years ahead as well. And with Invoice, we've already launched that, and we are super excited about this space because this is going to be a radically new space, and it's going to be really disruptive in nature about how the payments are going to be managed, not just for invoices, but in the overall expense domain as well. Yeah, so this is a quick brief about where our investments are flowing, R&D investments, engineering investments are flowing for the next 2 to 3 years. And as we put this view out, there are certain things that we by default take care of. Accessibility is a given thing, right? As an enterprise product capability, you want to ensure that it's accessible, ensuring that all kind of user profiles, diversity and inclusion profiles, are able to seamlessly interact with it in that best comfortable way. That's a given thing. Supportability, as I mentioned, is a big thing, right? I gave you an example of LLM models, large language models, enabling supportability, right? You don't need to run behind errors. You don't need to run behind raising CRMC tickets. You don't need to run behind a support guide to say that, how do I fix this? The system should be able to tell you or intuitively tell you that this is a problem. Others have been facing this problem. Just like how you work with a chat GPT, right? This is your GPT for your own environment with your scale, right? And that's the way we are going to the supportability space as well. With LLM models, we have been investing quite a lot, and you will get quite a lot of capabilities that we intend to invest in. Again, labs preview, labs preview, not something that we have put in the product direction, but finally will take into labs direction. But I just want to give you a peek of where we invest in from a labs India perspective. Yeah. Good. With that said, from a multi-year view perspective, I also want to quickly run you through with some capabilities that we build on, invoice, expense, and of course travel. I will also do a quick brief update on the travel, what's coming in the next 2 quarters, and of course open it up for questions from your side as well. From the invoice, big focus area, big investments that we do. The next big investment that we're doing is the next generational user experience. Yeah, we call it the NUI, next generation user experience, ensuring that we harmonize it one against all SAP products. Right, Fury becomes the theme by default moving forward for all our Concur products, right? SAP Concur products, right? So you get it by default, and also ensure that the next generational Fury harmonization and user experience is given to you by default, not just in the request product, but in expense, invoice, and of course in the payment space as well. This is a big thing, and works by default in your mobile and also in your devices as well. Right? What devices do. Payment management. There's been a lot of feedback from customers to say that, can I have control over how payment batches are created, right? You don't need to let me know that I need to close a payment batch every week. Give me the control of how payment batches are created. So we do give you the ability to invest big time in payment manager of invoice to say that, how can you control what payment batches are created, how are these slotted payment batches are sent out for payments. Yeah? We have also enabled public APIs to ensure that if you work with a financial partner for making these payments, we have this ability for these financial APIs to ensure that your payment partner, after these invoices are cleared, can update us with what the payment information are. Right? If you want us to take care of virtual cards, we will do that. But at the same time, we also want our ecosystem to say that, yes, if you are having a preferred payment vendor for your invoices clearance and other things, we also enable them to interact with us at the same level of degree of comfort. So that's a big thing that's coming up. Tax support is also a big support that's coming in. Yes, we are investing in tax support. We're also figuring out what is the right way to do it along with our partners. You will hear quite a lot about GST next sessions coming up. How do we handle it? Is it out of the box? We enable it out of the box. We also ensure that with partners we make it better. There's no real one size that fits all. We also want to hear from you to say that, what do you want to see in the system? Happy to hear, open for conversation to see what we need to do there as we move forward. Good. For the support, of course, we also want to see how we could also ensure that your payments to your GL's postings are happening the right way, right? I mean, it's not just about using an ICS-based capability to do that. If you have other native ways of doing it, we're also trying to provide you more public APIs of payments. A large request that came in over here is, can I have commitments created in the system, budgets created in the system, right? We're also trying to work towards obligations and budgets created. For example, when I start an invoice, or when I create an invoice, or a PR, or a PO, can I do a budget check before even a PO is created, or a PR is being created? So spend controls are coming in. Spend controls, we do it in two ways. One, within the system locally, and two, if you have an integrated ERP system, you do a direct check against your GL accounts and say that have you created a commitment there, and if that commitment is there, we freeze the funds so that that's something that happens real time. So that kind of a funds and trans capability for managing your spend is also something that's coming in the pipeline in the next 2 quarters. Public APIs are also available if you're working with your partner. The partners can also leverage the same capability along with native integration, along with your S/4HANA public cloud or private cloud or your on-premise functions. Right? So we can give it to you with all these capabilities as well. So that's in the invoice space. Moving on to expense. Expense has been a great bedrock for us, and we continue to invest and innovate in that. And we've already launched next generational UI program for expense. Most of our customers are going through that. We are also helping our customers better do it. There have been some niggles. We are finding out those niggles as we go through the next generation UI. Extending our support for multiple currencies so that we've been asked to provide more support for currencies. We expanded to more than 15 currencies in the coming days as well, or coming quarters as well. So that's one big thing. For Fury Horizon, this is something that we do by default. Mobile investment is something that we do by default in the expense phase, and of course, we are also trying to ensure that spend controls are also integrated the best possible way from an expense management as well. Smaller nuances like how exactly can a request be integrated with expense? Can I create seamless reports out of requests? When I create a request, how do I get expense report? All those are also getting supported. That was a feature that was released last quarter as well. That's towards a touchless environment, support system, where when you have an expense report request created and the request is approved, we also want to ensure that the expense reports are automatically generated from the data that's there in the request. And yes, some delta handling of requests is also going to be there. So for example, there has been quite a lot of pain to say that when a request gets modified, it's a pain for me to manage my items, right? So we are getting support for delta request creation, so multiple requests. And when requests are created, there are multiple versions of requests also created. So this is also a pain that was created. We are handling those in the coming quarters as well. Launch external UI will also be there in your request. So if all you want to launch from request into a third-party system, external system, and you want to come get back the data, enrich your request details. That is also there. Agency proposals are also getting integrated in requests, so we will be able to work with your preferred agency. If you have a Concur request module, your agency can propose itineraries and also options for you. If that's something that you want to work with. That's also something that is being opened up with our partner. You will see an agency proposal Comscope, to show that showcase in currencies as well. And also partnering with the Razorpay in the local ecosystem to see how do we reimagine payments in this space as well, right? With virtual cards, payment payments, UPI payments. Yeah, that's the view that we do. Of course, sustainability is something that we do by default. We have started investing a lot in digitizing the receipts, right? And receipts have a less accuracy compared to digitized receipts, and we'll continue to invest in our models to make the best of the breed and improve the accuracy of what gets corrected. 60-70% now, we will move it to 80-90%, right? The confidence level is to move it to 90-95% from a confidence level perspective. We are investing in technology and last time perspective. Good. Concur travel. I mean, this has been a big ask for me to say that what's happening. I mean, what's the thing? Yes, we are investing in our next generation of travel. It's been taking some time. It's something where we say that we have orchestrated multiple products in our travel space coming together. I'm giving you a product view of it. So trust me to say that what I give you is the truth that we're doing. So there's been multiple product spaces in the travel space, and we're trying to see how do we bring those travel products together in a seamless way. Yes, we are investing in the next platform to ensure that travel is a supply-led network, right? It's going to be a supply chain model of network. So we try to get any other module, be it from different systems like Sabre or Amedi or other things, seamlessly into the system. And if you have your own preferred OPT, you will also build that in the coming quarters as well. And this has been our emphasis towards travel. Of course, it's a journey that we have taken, and please bear with us since this is a journey. We will continue to invest in it. Trust me, it's a 30-year product, so it's not a new product on the block. We have our commitments and promise to ensure that we make it the best of the breed in the coming quarters as well. Right? Very good. We have started building a foundation for it from a travel perspective. We have invested a big time in the last 1 or 2 years, and that's been the pain for customers as well. Thank you for being patient with us. And but we have started investing big time in the foundation. The fabric, as I call it, is already built. We have differentiated the sustainability and other things already invested by default into the system. That's already done. Major of our efforts now is into what we call as differentiator system differentiator, making it more personal, making it more interdependent decision making, right? Investing in new booking flows, right? Reimagining booking flows, right? And also trying to see that how do we incorporate intelligent functions into that is what is happening. We will have the next car, rail, hotels and air travel in the T2 platform of your monitor T2. Yes, that's something that's happening, and we continue to invest big time of our efforts into this platform. Good. So what's going to be the future way of how we do it? Yes, we're going to retire our legacy systems will be retired because it's been quite a lot of investment that's gone in. I mean, we have had a lot of, I would say, we are constrained by what the legacy can do to that extent, and yes, that will be retired because of the platform. We will launch the travel platform, and we will also invest in it to say that how do we look at travel and travel supply chain industry, reimagining business process for it. Yeah, that's going to be the way how we do it. Of course, timelines, I'm not able to share the timelines over you, but you can expect that this is our hard invested space and we want to be faster to the market. Rest assured, we want to be faster to the market as well. Right? Good. Yes, by default, when you get your travel solution, it's going to be modern, intuitive, promised from the product engineering side to ensure that this works by default on all devices. Ensure that it auto-adjusts to the devices as well, so you don't need to redo a separate app for you. Works on the browser, takes care of your requirements based on your devices, and ensures that it is super personal. That's something that we make as a promise from the product engineering side. Globalization. We'll continue to invest in globalization. The key focus areas are these countries where we will continue to invest in products which are local in these markets. So, yeah. So for us, these markets like India, China, South Korea, Australia, New Zealand, Italy, UK, Spain, and Latin American countries will be our focus, and we are continuing to invest huge in these market units, and these continue to be a focus for us in the next quarters to come as well. So that's a commitment that we make to say that these are the focus markets. We will continue to invest in it, and we want to hear from you as well, right? There's been a lot of pain points, and we continue to hear you, and we want to co-work with you to see what can we do better over here as well. APIs and integration, as I said, initially we started off with financial integration. That was the only space that we started off, but we are reimagining the business process to say how HR systems, employees are loaded into a HR system, automatically becomes vendors here for payments and other things in a seamless way. Third, contingent workforce management can be handled in a better way. Better vendors can be integrated into your system. More public APIs for our ecosystem to work with, right? I mean, rich public APIs, not more rich public APIs. Rich capabilities to be brought in. These will be a focus for us in the coming quarters as well. Yeah? So that's in a nutshell from a roadmap and topic of what's a quick sneak preview into what we are doing behind the scene for you, right? So that one, it gives you the confidence that yes, we hear you, we are investing in you, we're not keeping quiet, we are investing big time or big investments in it from travel, expense, invoice, and payments perspective, ensuring that even supportability is taken care. We are also trying to give you the capabilities that as the industry evolves into LLM models and other things, we are infusing that into your business process. We want to ensure that this is as non-destructive as possible, right? In the travel, we will reimagine the business process for you, back with us. Good.